UK Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Allie LaForce, our reporter. Here we go. Here's Jop. Takes it inside, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. Now here's Winslow. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Right attacking. Pass to Banchero. Smith with it. Back to Banchero. Beyond the arc. Here's Top. Here's Klingon. Banchero the screen. He goes up again. And he sinks the layup. Chop's got his second basket.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
The home team calls timeout. And here is Winslow. Pass to Wembanyama. For three. Drains the triple.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
Smith outside. Right outside. Fires the three. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. On the wing, Irving. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. The three from Wembanyama. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
Here's Banchero. And it's blocked by Irving. And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Winslow with the ball. Wembanyama screen from behind the arc. And it's Winslow missing. Smith outside. Offensive board. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he does.
Oh,
wow. Get out the way, Grant.
Come on.
Get out the way.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying?
For a 7'2" guy like Donovan Klingon, it must be easy to jam it.
And you watch Donovan Klingon, he really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Pass to Irving. Let's go with a three. And Klingon pulls it down. A minute 58 left to play in the first quarter.
If you're DeLon Wright, you've got to be willing to set your teammates up. What a pass. On time, on target. Outside
Wembanyama. Drives to the hoop. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Big time two-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. For three, Smith. Second chance effort. Pass to Klingon. Launches a three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Klingon's got 5 points.
Well, you can see Paolo has a team-first mindset. If there's an opportunity to get a teammate involved, he's going to do it.
The three from Wembanyama. Can't get it to drop.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Here's Irving, and Irving powers it home.
And with this kind of vision, we could see the assist numbers go sky high for Wembanyama.
Smith, pass to Klingon, shoots it from the corner. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Here's Klingon. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Irving. There's the three. Can't hit that one. Here's Klingon. He's got 5. Now here's Banchero. Right outside. Here's Jop. With 1 on the clock. And that's not gonna go. And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Up by 3. And we'll be... And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
The three from Wembanyama. Ooh, Wembanyama, just too good.
The refined jumper of Wembanyama. You just never see that in a man of his height.
Here's Klingon. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Klingon's got 7 points.
Certainly not the best look, but I admire the confidence to let it fly.
Now here's Irving. Outside for Wembanyama. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Klingon. With a bucket here, they... Oh!
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
Hey, you can't block it. Sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That one's no good. And we played through the first minute here in the second.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up for the graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant. Kept alive. Pass to Banchero. Back to right. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Well, you see the decision-making of Paolo Banchero is so impressive. Comes into the league with that skill and really elevating it.
And he banks in the layup. Irving's got 6 here in the quarter.
Now put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Well, plenty of give and take so far.
There's 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
Left side, Irving. Here's Hollins. No good on the 3. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Pass to Klingon. Now Smith. To the paint. Nice move. And the layup is up and in. Klingon's got 9 points.
And this is where you feed the big man Klingon. He knows how to execute from this close.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league. Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Outside Irving. From deep three-point land. The long-distance 3 is buried. 11 points in the game.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. .146 left to play in the first half. Outside Irving. This one for three. Pure from three-point range. Irving's got 12 points now in the quarter.
He's officially taken over this first half, making all the right reads.
And Bancaro gets it to go.
Responding nicely with his own three, Bancaro. This is how competitive this man is.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Pass to Hollins. From the arc. And Klingon pulls it down.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And he gets it to go. Smith's gotten his second bucket.
And there's the length of Smith at work. Playing big on the interior.
Koulibaly up top. Shot to stop the run. And Klingon pulls it down. In transition, here they come. Smith outside. 4-3. He buries it from three. Smith's got 7.
Man, you have to like the patience there. Smith reading the defense and then attacking.
Wembanyama screen. Winslow with the bucket.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Klingon. Back to right. He's got a clear path. He goes up. He's off on the layup.
Team foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Personal foul. Second team. Substitution on the court.
Here's Hollins. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. They're up by 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Here's Brewer. Counted from distance. Brewer's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Brewer. Fires the 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Out left to the wing. Back to right. From downtown. Cleared away by Hollins. From the wing. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
8, no good.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
They get it again. Pass to Hollins. Outside Koulibaly. And Aiden pulls it down.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Here's Brewer on the take.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Here's Black. Pass to Brewer. And he goes in for the dunk.
Sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
Aiden with it from outside the arc. Cleared away by Hollins.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
These are his first free throws of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for the away team, Ryan Hall.
Both good from the line that time.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Right outside. Pass to Brewer. And here's Reddish. Puts up a three. Doesn't go that time. Right side, Koulibaly. Oh, the teardrop falls in.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
The three from Ayton. Gets the three ball to go. Ayton's got his first 3 points of the game.
And how about the touch? DeAndre Ayton is a very capable jump shooter.
Here's Brewer. Somehow scores the layup in traffic.
Timeout. And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside Reddish.
2 minutes.
Pass to Ayton. Back to Reddish. Launches it. 5 on the clock. Here we go. Here's Koulibaly. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up.
The officials were right on top of that one.
It's his first trip to the line.
The line for your home team.
Hits both from the stripe.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Here's Black. Outside Koulibaly. Right with a steal. And they're on the run.
The ball goes to the away team.
Here's Black. No made baskets yet. Lets it go from deep. Pass to Koulibaly. Here's Black. Clock at 4. The three is up. Holland's shot is off. Reddish on the wing. Here's De Silva. Back to Reddish. To the left wing. Pass to right. Going inside. Tipped. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Brewer. "19 seconds left in the third. Sinks it from distance.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. There's a screen. Fires for 3. Second chance shot. Pass to Brewer. Got it up. No good on the buzzer beater. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth.
55.
Up by 9. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The home team calls timeout. Keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He seems pretty disappointed with the three-point shooting, telling his crew, we have to start making more outside shots. I want to see more threes out there. Let's get aggressive. Coach is hoping some big production can make a splash for them.
Thank you for that, Allie. They set the screen. Irving for three. Hits the three-pointer.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Outside Winslow. Three-pointer. And Clingan pulls it down.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Oh, Banchero throws it down.
In transition, Banchero already knows to turn on the Jets. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense to catch up on him at all.
And Irving gets it to go.
And what an impact he's making from beyond the arc. A big three-pointer to narrow this lead.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
Another shot. Right outside. Here's Clingan. He takes it in. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, how about the drive by Clingan? The rookie big man showing off his mobility.
Right wing. For three, Smith. The shot comes out. Outside Irving. From outside, off the mark. Right with the ball. Winslow picks him up. And there's the rejection. They retain possession. For three, Smith. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
Yeah, a prolific scorer from all 3 levels. Smith showing off here tonight.
We're about 2 minutes into the 4th here. Pass to Holland. And he dunks it down.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. And here's the fast break. Jacks up a 3. Drops in the 3.
You know, that's a great time to pull up and shoot the 3 in transition. The defense never had a chance to set up and get a hand in his face.
And Bilal Coulibaly picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. The home team calls timeout. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. A nice shot by Smith.
This is Smith's game. Set him up and he'll knock him down.
The home team calls timeout. And if they're going to make a move, this is a good time to start.
And there's still plenty of time, but they definitely don't want to let this game get too far out of hand.
Winslow with the bucket.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Pass to Clingan. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Brewer. Now here's Wembanyama. Deflected.
Wow, great size and better positioning made that block possible from Clingan.
For 3, Smith. Got a piece of it. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer. And score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
And Smith has such confidence rising up from deep. This is what's going to make him so dangerous here in the pros.
Outside Irving. Here's Hollins. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
Boy, his hard work on the offensive glass earning an additional opportunity.
And an excellent job distributing the ball tonight. You can really see his feel for the game.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Here's Brewer. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. There's 49 seconds left in the final quarter. Wembanyama, no good. Here's Klingon. Pass to Smith. The 3. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
They grab their own miss. Klingon. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, and Klingon is a gigantic player. He is so difficult to keep off the glass at times.
And Justice Winslow picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Smith. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. The visiting club takes the win on the road. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Tuning in this Wednesday, 2K Sports presents the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge.
Here we go.
Here's Jop. Fires the three. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where you're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing. Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
A three from Wembanyama. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And it's Klingon with the jam.
You can't teach size, right? Klingon is already one of the bigger guys in this league, and you can see him adding another 10 or 15 pounds of muscle.
A deep three from Irving. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
It's deflected.
Intimidation at the defensive end. That's something Klingon can provide right away, while the rest of his game is a bit of a work in progress.
Count the basket. Smith's got 5 now.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Fades and shoots. Another shot. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Irving looking for an opening. Pass to Wembanyama. The kick out to Irving. It's good from long range. He's got 6.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Smith for 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Pushing it up. Here's Hollins. It's rebounded by Jock.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The dive for the ball. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Right outside. Hands it from downtown.
Boy, DeLon Wright with great range. What a shot.
On the wing, Winslow. Here's Koulibaly. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Now that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
Misses the wing three. To the inside. And it's Klingon with the jam.
Oh, how about the vision from Smith? You have to know not just where, but when to deliver the ball.
.119 left in the first quarter. It's Wembanyama, top of the key. No good with the triple. And there's the foul. It's on Koulibaly. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Smith, and it's sent back by Irving.
And not many guys Irving's size are this good at blocking shots. Takes incredible timing and athleticism.
Wembanyama. Three-pointer. And the rejection by Smith. From the arc. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. And he'll go to the line to shoot three.
Third team foul.
A darn good free throw shooter. Smith doesn't seem to have a weak spot coming into the league.
Good on the second free throw. And he makes all three.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Wembanyama looking it over. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's on Paolo Banchero.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
Pass to Smith. There's the triple. Good on the three-point shot. Smith's got 11 points.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open. And I'll tell you what, few forwards have ever had that lightning first step of Dr. J. He just takes away the angles of the defense.
A nice shot by Klingon.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And that's just a risky play. To make a heave like that, not worth it.
With one on the clock, and he drops it in from the low post. 9 points in the game so far. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Leading by 4. We'll get things started. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Man, why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Inside. Oh, the rim with an easy reach of Wembanyama.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Right side, Irving. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Here's Chubb, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
DeLon Wright proving that he is an excellent decision maker on the offensive end. He made open, let me find him.
And here's Winslow. And it's Donovan Klingon with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Winslow's shot is off. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
In the corner, it's Wembanyama. Wembanyama, what a high release on the three.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Fast break, here we go. And it goes on a bounce. That one is off Smith.
Away team ball.
They set the screen. And Dr. J slams it in.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
Out of bounds. The ball goes to the away team.
Wembanyama with it. 16 points for him. Pass to Coulibaly. Back to Wembanyama. No good from outside.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Here's Coulibaly. Back to Wembanyama. The kick out to Irving. Triple from the wing. Irving's got 13 points.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
It's stolen by Wembanyama.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Now Winslow. He has yet to score.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Got a piece of it. Pass to Klingon. To halt the run. Not that time. It's off. He's 3 for 7. And here's the break. And on the way from Irving for 3. Comes up empty, and he's now 5 for 8. There's the drive. Chop can't make it work.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate. I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
For 3, Smith. For just the 4th time today, it is good. That one makes him 4 for 10.
So many ways Smith can hurt you, really showing us all what he's capable of.
And Wembanyama throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Pass to Klingon. And Hollins pulls it down. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Coulibaly gets it to go.
3 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Hollins can't get it to go. And here comes the break with 4 seconds on the clock. 2 on the clock. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Now here's Wright. Down low. Here's Reddish. And it's blocked. On the wing. Coulibaly. Brewer with the steal. Ayton a screen. 5 to shoot. Floats one up. On the wing, Koulibaly. Pulls up. Collins with it. Now right defender. 2 points. That one goes. Collins has got his first basket.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
A wide open look here for Wright. And it's off from three-point range. They set the pick. Brewer hits it from three-point range. Brewer's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And DB, the measurables jump off the page for Koulibaly. 6'8" with a 7'2" arm span.
Kev, that's the kind of length that would allow somebody to be a menace defensively. Let's remember, he was the 7th pick back in 2023. The Wizards clearly very high on this young guy's potential. Well, you're trying to answer the three, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright.
And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
Pass to Ellison. And there's the drive. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
It's his first trip to the line. He hits both from the stripe. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Wright. Scoreless thus far. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Boy, DeLon Wright with great range. What a shot.
Drives to the hoop.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And it's Ayton missing.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Here's Ellison. And the layup is good.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Back to Ayton. And it's blocked by Howard. And now, running up the court, Brewer pushing it up. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Here we go, one-on-one. A 3-ball. De Silva, no good. On the wing, Koulibaly. And no good, had a chance to take the lead there. Here's Brewer. Trains it from beyond the arc. Brewer's got his first 3 points of the game.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Gets to Brewer. They set the pick. There's a whistle. It's going to go on Corey Brewer. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Black. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Black's got 5 points now this quarter. Now Ayton. Right, left side. Ayton, the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Ejected by Howard.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
They've got the opportunity to get the lead back.
And they've been waiting for this chance all game long.
And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot two. It's going to be on Cam Reddish.
And that's a smart foul there. Instead of giving up the easy deuce, send him to the line.
And that drops, so they now lead by one. And here is Wright. To the wing on the left. Ayton wide open. Connects from three-point range. Ayton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And the foul on Cam Reddish. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot two. These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Reddish. Nailed from three-point land.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
The visiting team.
That concludes the third quarter. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He knows every possession is critical now. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. Now they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When that three goes in, it's always a welcome sight, guys.
All right, David, thanks. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Paolo Banchero.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Right outside. Pass to Smith. Over Irving. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time. That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
Irving misses.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Smith with the stuff.
And you see how fast Smith leaks out. He loves running in the open floor.
And a wide open look for Irving. Traps in the tray.
Boy, major defensive lapse on that trip, leaving him all alone in three-point territory, and he drills it.
Pass to Klingon. Banchero with the ball. And here's Hollins. Shot clock at 6. Back to Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, love that. Banchero moves so well with and without the ball.
Wembanyama a screen. This one for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Wembanyama's got 25 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Second team foul.
To the paint. The kick out to Irving. Sinks the triple. He's got 19.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
On the wing, Irving. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Wembanyama, no good. Here's Hollins. And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Checking in for the away team. Number 20.
There's the pick. He's feeling it. Hollins with it. Just 3 to shoot. Over Irving. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Now Winslow. Pass to Brewer. Back to Irving. Fires top of the key. Wembanyama gets the bucket. Wembanyama's got 7 now in this quarter.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop it.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Light, takes it inside, can't get it to fall. Hollins with it, picked up by Banchero, to the middle. Here's Wembanyama.
You know, they barely needed other contributions. This lead has been built through his offense.
Takes the 3. Wembanyama showing off the touch.
And you don't anticipate a guy over 7 feet tall pulling up and drilling a shot like that.
Offensive rebound. It's Klingon, top of the key. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And that's a good shot for him. He can shoot it over almost anyone.
You want that mid-range game in your arsenal. You can't just be about threes and dunks. Sometimes this is a key shot.
There's a whistle. It's going to go on Corey Brewer. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Smith outside. Over Irving. And Winslow pulls it down. Outside Irving. Pass to Hollins. Back to Irving. Tries from 10. Hits some rim on the way in. And the bucket's good.
Ryan Hollins
making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Scooped up. Klingon off with the layup. Over to the left wing. From downtown. And that one's good, Hollins.
3.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
It's not completely over, and they know that. But if they carry out their game plan, they should be golden.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. Irving from long range. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A solid win on the road.
We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. And here's Albuquerque now. Here's Black. Over to the wing. For three, Klingon. Tries again. Pass to Hollins. And there's a pick. Shot clock at 5. And the bucket is good.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And that's the story of the league right now. Most any team can beat any other team on any given night.
Now here's Wright. To the left wing. Here's Wembanyama. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing. Dominating on the inside.
The shake. Driving to the basket. Shots good by Black.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Irving. Wembanyama with a bucket.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's Brewer. For three, Klingon. He drops it from range.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Right side, Wembanyama. There's a screen. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Klingon's shot is off. Back to Wright. Outside Irving. 6 to shoot. Pass to Jop. All alone. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving.
I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
Here's Klingon. They swipe it. Here's Jop. Irving looking around. Pass to Wright. Now here's Wembanyama. Outside for Irving. 3 on the clock. Launches it from deep. Offensive rebound. On offense, here's Albuquerque. They trail by 1. And now we've got an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Outside Coulibaly. Puts up a deep 3. Here's Hollins. Out left to the wing. Here's Klingon. And there's the drive. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yeah, how about the drive by Klingon? The rookie big man showing off his mobility.
Nice move. And it's Wembanyama laying it in. Wembanyama's got 8.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. Irving for three. Doesn't go for him. On offense, here's Albuquerque. Here's Klingon. He's got 5. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first.
And at his size, Klingon is always an above-the-rim threat.
Outside for Wembanyama. Hits the trifecta. 11 points in the game. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Here's Klingon. Outside Coulibaly. There's a screen. Pass to Brewer. Clock at 6. Here's Klingon. Fires from deep. And it's Irving with a rebound. And he makes it.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Here's Black. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. They lead by 4. Don't go anywhere, folks. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
On defense, the visiting team. 4-point game. Here's Irving. And Irving powers it home.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Here's Coulibaly. And the 3 off target. In transition, here they come. And the finish by Irving.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Right outside. Here's the 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Boy, DeLon Wright with great range. What a shot.
Out to the right wing. Job. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Job's got 5 now.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Here's Wright. Pass to Brewer. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
What a pretty pass from DeLon Wright. This guy can play 1 or 2, but that passing ability is important at either position.
Here's Hollins. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
And they're pushing it up. And here's Wright from the arc. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
Wembanyama screen. From the arc. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Klingon. There's the triple. And again, it's Albuquerque from deep.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Wright. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You have to account for Delon Wright at the cup. This guy has good size at his position.
Home team foul.
Albuquerque making a switch here.
First personal foul. First team foul. In for
The home team on D.
number 0.
They've led by as many as 11. Pass to Brewer. Here's the pick. 5 to shoot. And again, it's Albuquerque from deep.
3 points.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Now Wembanyama. The ball's knocked loose. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Irving. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Second personal foul.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Albuquerque.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
They've also done a great job finding openings and exploiting them. Take those lanes when they're given and turn them into points.
Here's Coulibaly. And again, it's Albuquerque from deep.
He took what the defense was giving him that time. There was nobody on him on the three-point shot. Boy, don't give him the lights out.
Pass to Wembanyama. Picked it. Here's Coulibaly. And again, it's Albuquerque from deep.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Good on the bucket.
If you're Delon Wright, you've got to be willing to set your teammates up. What a pass, on time, on target.
Here's Black. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Outside Coulibaly. 30 seconds left in the second period. And the chess match continues.
7 lead changes already, and we're still in the first half.
Here's Klingon. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
You can see that this is how dominant Klingon can be. And when he's hot like this, it's wise to keep feeding him.
Slammed home, and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Here's Black, driving inside. Banked it in off the glass.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
1 second left. And that's not going to go. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Here's Black. He's got a piece of it. On the break. Right outside. Pass to Jop. It's stolen away. Outside Coulibaly. Here's Sanders. Second chance shot. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
Here's Wright. Takes it inside. Pass to Jop. Here's Bobo. The three is up. Jop. Good. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
And here's Banchero. The teardrop. Yes, Paolo Banchero for 2.
Yeah, look at Banchero opting for the soft finish. Great to see him be so versatile with his offense.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Just 5 to shoot. Yabusele nails it from beyond the arc. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. They set the pick. Pass to Ellison. Here's Brewer. And he drives in. Blocked! And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Here's Banchero. Blocked again! And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Three-pointer. And again, it's Albuquerque from deep.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
NBA, that is just not fair. I mean, I had a feeling he was going to bust out the dunk. He loves the big finish.
And the fans love him. When he has space to operate, they just know he's going to do something special.
And given his ability, someone needed to rotate to try and contest that.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback. Ouch.
That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
That's the job. Fires for 3. That shot, no good. We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. Black from outside, off the mark.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Yabusele, hook that.
Here in the third, he's really started to heat up from the perimeter.
Drives to the hoop. Pass to Brewer. Here's Ellison. He shoots a 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Ellison's got 5 points. Here's Wright. Here's Mobo. And again, it's Albuquerque from deep.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Here's Black. He's scoreless. Here's Brewer. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Pass to Ellison. Banchero outside. Here's Ellison. Just 4 to shoot. Right wing. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by Dunn. Albuquerque leading by 3. It's Wright on the wing. And he throws it down with one hand.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy just never lets up.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
These are his first free throws of the game. And he's good on the first of 3. Albuquerque making a switch here. And the second free throw is good.
3 shots.
And he can't make it 3 for 3. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Albuquerque out in front, up by 5. Three tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Albuquerque leading by 5. Here's Black. Pass to Brewer. Here's Hollins. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Oh, that's a big bucket. Putting the offense on his shoulders right there.
Pass to Brewer. Here's Black. Let's go with a three. It's rebounded by Job. Right side, Irving. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. And here's Koulibaly. Pass to Black. Over right. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Albuquerque making a switch here. From the inbound. Pass to Hollins. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Lets it fly. And it's Irving missing. Albuquerque leading by 7. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Offline with a three.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Here's Brewer. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. In transition, here they come. Irving for three. Ooh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
And there's the screen. Pass to Klingon. Here's Black. The three. Drops in the three.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And rejected. Here's Yabusele. Pass to Black. Fires the three. And again, it's Albuquerque from deep. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Albuquerque.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Wembanyama. Blocked!
Okay, young fella. Look, I'll tell you this. Do not test Donovan Klingon. They just learned that the hard way.
Your home team, number 5.
Albuquerque leading by 10. Here's Black on the take. And they get it back. Goes back up. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Outside Irving. Pass to Wembanyama. Outside for Irving. Three-pointer. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound.
That's exactly how you have to defend them on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
And again, it's Albuquerque missing. And Carroll left side. Takes the three. The offensive rebound. Pass to Jop. From deep. Can't hit that one.
Excellent use of his physical gifts. Goes up strong and captures the board.
Here's Hollins. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter here.
He challenges the defender and throws it down with two hands.
Man, just straight power on that one. Clear the deck. Bancaro outside. Can they get it? From deep three-point land. So Albuquerque wins it. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines.
Here we go.
Now, Wright. Pass to Jop. On the wing, Irving. Puts up a deep three. And Hollins pulls it down. And so here's Albuquerque.
Away team foul. Julius Irving. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Black. And Klingon has it in the corner. Here's Brewer. Sinks the triple.
And how about the awareness by Klingon, a big man who can sense when one of his teammates is open.
Now here's Wright. Lets it go with a three. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Drops in the tray.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's Irving, following the three-point shot by Albuquerque. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Wembanyama outside. Pass to Jop. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
It's his first trip to the line.
For the away team.
And he makes the first.
2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Lets it go from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Irving. Rebound by Albuquerque.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
There's a screen. Pass to Hollins. And again, Albuquerque with the triple.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage. Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
First team foul.
Albuquerque leading by 7. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Yabusele. 6 on the shot clock. Launches it. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Jacks up a 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I could see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Yabusele. There's the 3. Wembanyama with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Albuquerque leading by 7. .103 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Yabusele. From deep. Offensive rebound. Pass to Brewer. There's the pick. Here's Yabusele. Over Irving. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Yabusele's got 5 now. Now, Wembanyama. .30 left in the first. From downtown, Black grabs the board.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Pass to Hollins. Back to Black. This one for 3. Fires the 3. Ball's knocked loose. And so it's Albuquerque in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. They're deep. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Albuquerque.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And their assist total also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
It's right on the wing. Still scoreless. Pass to Irving. And then Irving slams it in.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
No one near Banchero as he lets it go. From deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Albuquerque leading by 7. Pass to Hollins. The 3. And it's Irving with the rebound. Wembanyama high post. On the wing, Irving. Back to Brewer. Shot clock at 6. Here's the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Brewer's got 6.
And there aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing off him like that.
To the right side. Wide open look here for Klingon. Cans it from downtown. Klingon's got himself on the board with 3 there. Irving with the ball. To the paint. And it's blocked. And it ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And the slam dunk by Irving.
Wow, facing a huge size disadvantage. He goes fearless to the rack. Great athleticism and body control.
Pass to Brewer. For the 3. Banchero grabs the board. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024. Paulo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
Here's Yabusele. Carries it from three-point range. Yabusele's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Albuquerque. Here's Banchero. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A big-time score. Banchero with a deep bag. That's a great pump fake to get the defender in the air.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for 2.
Both free throws good from Banchero. Albuquerque leading by 6.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Black.
2 minutes.
A three ball. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. And here's Irving. From the arc. No good that time. There's 1:38 left to play in the first half. Pass to Klingon. And here's Hollins. They set the pick. Off target with his three. Now Banchero. He has 5. Outside for Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Out to the right wing. Back to Black. Three-pointer. Knocks down the three ball. Black's got 6.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Albuquerque on D to the middle. It's taken away by Brewer. And here we go, Albuquerque, fast break. Beyond the arc. And Wright pulls it down. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Fires for 3. Trains the three-pointer.
3 points.
Brewer's got 6 in the quarter.
If you're DeLon Wright, you've got to be willing to set your teammates up. What a pass. On time, on target.
Sinks the three-pointer.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Wembanyama, right side. The long strides of Wembanyama.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Albuquerque leads by 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Koulibaly with it. Here's Mobo. Bangs home the trifecta. Mobo's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Albuquerque. And DB, the measurables jump off the page for Koulibaly. 6'8" with a 7'2" arm span.
Yeah, that's the kind of length that would allow somebody to be a menace defensively. Let's remember, he was the 7th pick back in 2023. The Wizards clearly very high on this young guy's potential.
Here's Sanders. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
And great attention to detail from Banchero on the play, making sure he's there to get the ball and send it back.
Here's Koulibaly. Drills it from outside. Koulibaly's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Black. Hasn't made one yet. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Pass to Mobo. There's the triple. And again Albuquerque with the triple.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Here's Dunn. From outside, off the mark. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And a wide open look for Sanders. Offline with his three. Albuquerque leading by 12. Pass to Mobo. Here's Jop. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. And Sanders pulls it down.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Black. Guarded by Wright. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And Caro outside. Pass to Ellison. 4 on the shot clock. Good on the triple. Ellison's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Koulibaly. Lets the 3 fly. Drills the three-pointer.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Pass to Koulibaly. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Koulibaly's got 6 in the quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Right from outside. And Sanders pulls it down. On the wing, Koulibaly. Pass to Sanders. And finished off by Sanders.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. There's the steal. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
Clearly a foul.
This is his first free throw of the game. Free throw drops for Sanders.
Shooting for the away team. Larry Sanders.
He hits both from the stripe.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Pass to Jop. Puts up a deep 3. Black grabs the board. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Koulibaly. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
Substitution on the court.
Left side, Irving. Shoots the 3. And that one's good. Jop's got 5.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be going.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Irving for three, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Albuquerque up. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And Benyama outside. Pass to Brewer. The kick out to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Black, no good. Now, Wembanyama. The kick out to Irving. Pass to Jock. And it's Donovan Clingan with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Irving surveying the floor. Right from outside. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Wright's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Boy, DeLon Wright with great range. What a shot.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Pass to Clingan. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
It's taken away by Brewer. Tipped away. Here's Yabusele. And again Albuquerque with a triple.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. Now, he's not happy with the perimeter defense. He told them we have to hustle more out to the three-point line because they look real comfortable out there. I want you contesting every three they put up to see if that intensity increases on D. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Wright. Pass to Brewer. He takes it in, and it's slammed in by Brewer.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
And again, Albuquerque with a triple.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Pass to Irving. From past the arc. Here's Jupp. The kick out to Wright. 6 to shoot. Wembanyama with it. Back to Wright. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
You have to account for DeLon Wright at the cup. This guy has good size at his position.
The three. Black, no good.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Pass to Wembanyama. Love the confidence from Wembanyama.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
With the drive, here's Yabusele. Now Hollins. And they turn it over. Stuck in the line that time.
Wow, what a time for a turnover. Shows you just how key one play can be.
The visitors with the ball. It's a one-point game. One time left in the game.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Pass to Klingon. Here's Yabusele. Covered by Brewer. Klingon with it. Takes the three. Doesn't go that time.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Now, here is Irving. And Wembanyama outside. Over Klingon. Money!
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Yabusele. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within two. Both free throws good from Hollins.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Timeout. You have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Coach clearly feeling the necessity. To regroup with so much at stake here. Seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by two.
Larry Sanders. 2 shots.
Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a three-point game.
A bit of heroics at the line right there as he bumps their lead to three and makes things a little easier for them defensively.
Now a timeout called by Albuquerque. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that hole?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Pass to Jock. Back to Koulibaly. Over Banchero. It's good. And so the road team gets the W in this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a